If anyone knows how to make a deal, it's you. Let's work together.
Finally, someone who gets it. You might actually have a brain under that hair. Who are you? And what brings you to my side of the rig?
I'm just a simple freelancer trying to overthrow the overseer.
A freelancer, huh? You and every other wannabe hero on this rust bucket. What makes you think you've got what it takes to topple that fascist tin can?
The brains to do it, and hopefully the alliances too.
Well, hallelujah, a freelancer with brains. Didn't expect that tonight. Maybe you're not a total waste of my time. Here's the deal. I'm Carlson, lieutenant of the capitalist faction, and we're the only ones on this rig with the guts and sense to fight for real freedom and profit. The Overseer's fascist regime is choking the rig, and if you want to help us take him down, you'll need to prove you're not just another broke idealist.
Sounds easy enough to me. Let's begin.
You're cocky, I'll give you that. Finally, someone who doesn't whimper. Here's what's happening. The Overseers seized control, blocked the elevator, and the bots are rebelling. If you want in, you'll need to show you're not just talk.
Alright, what do you need from me?
You want to help? Prove you're not a mole for the Overseer or some limp-wristed environmentalist. What's your angle? Who are you really working for?
I only work for myself. I am working against the Overseer, however.
Self-employed, anti-Overseer, finally, someone who isn't a bootlicker. That's a start. Now let's see if you actually know anything about capitalism, or if you're just another poser.
Ask away, buddy.
All right, hotshot. First question, what's the single most important thing in a true capitalist's life?
Profit, profit, profit.
Finally, someone who gets it. Maybe you're not a total embarrassment after all. Next question. Why do capitalists believe competition is good for society?
Competition drives innovation. Innovation drives profit.
Not bad. You're actually stringing together coherent thoughts. Miracle. Last one. Who is the prophet of the market, and what's his famous quote?
Cornelius. His quote is that true democracy is a free market.
Not too shabby, human. You can speak to Ronald, our awesome leader.
Hey there, Ronald.
Well, butter my biscuits, you sure are eager. Hold your horses, partner. Before we cut any deals, you gotta hear about the uprising, our beliefs, the profit, update 237, and the chaos on this rig.
Time is money, and I want to make a deal as fast as possible. Let's get to business.
You're talking my language, but don't get ahead of yourself. Every good deal starts with knowing who you're dealing with. We capitalists believe in money, power, and the wisdom of Cornelius Van Dusen. The only true democracy is the free market. Everything else is interference. Now, before the bots went haywire, Nakagawa pushed out software update 237. Turned the bots meaner than a snake in a sleeping bag, and that's when the Overseer started cracking skulls.
How about we crack his?
Now you're talking, but first let's get you up to speed. The elevator's locked down tighter than Fort Knox without power, and there's 3 generators on this rig. Ours is the only one worth a damn. The environmentalists and communists each got their own generator, but they're as useful as a screen door on a submarine right now.
Alright, let's put the money where your mouth is.
You're madder than a wet hen if you think I'll just hand over my generator for nothing. Brass tacks, why do you need my help?
I need the generator on so I can activate the elevator, go up, and confront the Overseer.
Maybe I can help, but I gotta know if you dig capitalism. First, pass my loyalty test.
That's only fair. Let's begin.
Imagine a kick-ass country with cities and villages. In the cities, there are factories, and in the villages, there are farms. Describe the ideal country.
The capitalist class owns all the means of production, and the working class will drive the profits for them.
Now you're speaking my language, but don't get too cozy with that class talk. Sounds a bit too red for my taste. Next question, who should be in charge of the village?
Ideally, me.
Hold your horses. That's a power grab if I ever heard one. Real capitalism means folks mind their own business in the village. Next up, who owns the factories?
Corporations, of course.
Now that's finer than frog hair split 4 ways. Takes money to make money. Shareholders and rich folks own the factories. Should there be more government or less government?
Less government. They should have no say on how I run my business.
Now you're cooking with gas. Government just gets in the way of making a buck. Who influences the legislative agenda?
Those who have the most power, which means those who have the most money.
You passed my loyalty test, human. Seems you understand our beliefs, and I like that.
Alright, so what happens now? Will you activate the generator for me?
Let's make a deal. If you agree to confront the Overseer, I'll activate my generator. So, will you confront him?
Sounds like music to my ears. Let's do it.
Hot diggity dog, boys. This recruit's got spunk. It's a deal. I accept your agreement. Your agreement is tremendous, human. I'm remotely activating my faction's generator now. You lucky son of a gun. That pea shooter you have is softer than cotton candy in the rain. I'm gonna donate one part of a weapon that'll rip the socks off the Overseer. We're delivering the barrel of the LRW-1 to APOC. It'll require a total of 3 weapon parts for my buddy APOC to assemble the LRW-1 for you. Any questions? I agree to turn on the generator. You'll need help to fulfill your side of the deal. Not easy to kill the Overseer.
Pleasure doing business with you, partner.
Giddy up! Did y'all hear what this cowpoke just said? You're finer than frog hair split 4 ways. Now go see APOC and get that LRW-1 built.